What's up, guys? Another day, another dollar. It's been a while. Today's video topic: you fell in love with a hoe. You fell in love with a hoe. I said it twice. Some people would call this a canon event. Others would call it the worst mistake of their lives. Some would say it was the best mistake. So I'm reading emails, and I'll give you the spark notes, right? So this guy emails me, he's 18. He says, "Hey Logan, Horsemeet, love your videos." And I was like, "Thank you." He said, I've been dating a girl for 3 months and she has an extensive past. Read it to the best of my ability from memory. He said she has an extensive past. She has about 3 times my body count. But he's like, I struggled with depression my entire life. And I normally feel nothing but sadness and pain. But when I'm with her, she makes me laugh. And he was basically saying that he loves spending time with her, essentially. But the whole body count shit does fuck him up. Essentially what the conclusion he came to was he's like, "Look, man, I'm just tired of being sad all the time, and I've found a girl that, despite the bodies," he's like, "we have the same hobbies, interests, she makes me laugh really hard, and I just love spending time with her, and when I'm with her, I'm not sad. All the body count thing does fuck me up," right? And he was basically saying, I don't care if I'm setting myself up to get my heart ripped out of my chest. He's like, I don't even care, because in the moment, I feel like that all the time anyway. And despite if it ends really bad, she's like my reprieve in the storm right now. And he's like, so I just don't even give a fuck anymore. I'm in too much pain and she makes it go away type shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, that's deep. I think this is one of those things that a lot of guys have been through, me, myself included. You have a scale, right? You have 2 options, right? And a lot of times when you're single and lonely, right, every day is either great and you're focusing on yourself, or it's complete pain and suffering. Your life sucks cock. Now let's take the pain and suffering side, and you're living in constant, sorry, my phone overheated, but let's say you're living in constant pain and suffering, right? And you meet a girl who has a past, she has some bodies, but she makes all that pain you have in your heart go away. You know what I'm saying? When you're with her, you laugh harder than you've ever laughed. You smile harder than you ever smile, and all that pain and suffering that you feel just vanishes, right? It's gone with the wind, right? This girl, when you spend time with her, you get the butterflies, you're happy, you know what I'm saying? And love is a hell of a drug, ladies and gentlemen. It's harder than any drug that you could ever take, right? It feels better than meth, probably. I've never done meth. Feels better than, I'm not gonna get into what it feels better than, but either way, it feels better than most drugs. And with drugs comes risk, right? Without any drug, and the risk that you run with love is heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? You run that risk of getting your heart ripped out of your chest and just gang fucked. You know what I'm saying? And so you have this option, right? You're so happy, you're happier than you've ever been. But on the other side, your whole body count thing of oh, she's a hoe, blah, blah, blah. She was a hoe. That you're scaling it out. So you have your happiness on the one side, and you have your intrinsic sort of morals, I guess, on the other. And it's a hard scale. And a lot of times guys will choose the happiness because they can't help it. It's not something that because when you're with her, all that shit, you forget about it all. And then it's stuff that you think about when you're by yourself. So, a lot of guys will choose the happiness. And a lot of guys will get burned, and a lot of guys won't. You gotta run the risk of getting your heart ripped out, because that's the game you're playing, brother. That's the risk to this drug. And that's the byproduct. And that, as soon as you get into the game of love and getting a girlfriend and a boyfriend, you run that risk, you know what I'm saying? And that's that, you gotta fucking have some skin in the game type shit. Gambling wouldn't be fun if you didn't have the option of losing everything while also gaining everything. So here's my advice, right? Obviously, you've already made up your mind. She makes you happy. you're laughing with this girl. She's probably sexy as fuck, right? You know. And honestly, man, just let her ride, bro. I would say let her ride. Pray she doesn't cheat on you or whatever. Don't be controlling and shit. But if she cheats, man, at least you had the fun times that you had while they lasted, you know. And if she doesn't, then she doesn't, you know what I'm saying? And she's good at sex. So I think you just gotta let it ride, bro. Risk it all. Risk it for the biscuit, man. If she's making you happy and making your depression disappear, I would just say, don't fuck it up. All right? Maybe she had a past, whatever, but you like her, man. A lot of guys will sit here and lie to themselves about liking a girl because of X other reasons, but at the end of the day, man, you're either happy or you're not. And you want to live more days happy than sad. You know what I mean? That's kind of the goal. God, I'm trying to grow my hair. It's all in my eyes and shit. But yeah, I mean, a lot of guys, this is their canon event, and for other guys, like, they found love. You know what I mean? But I think it's just the risk you run, brother. It's the risk you run. Yeah, man. So, yeah. Anyway, I hope you learned from this video. Learn the risks you run when playing with the matters of the heart. And I hope you have a great day. Oh, before we go, I'm going to let you guys know what I look for in a girl. Because it's like, maybe you're like, oh, what do I look for? I don't know what you look for. I'll tell you what I look for. One, right? Am I happy when I'm with this person? Like, am I laughing? Am I feeling good, right? I don't want to be with this person, right, who's just, like, attractive, but I feel shitty constantly. Like, she's, like, making me nervous, making me sad, making me feel insecure, making me, like talking to other dudes, so I feel all, like, damn, like, she don't fuck with me kind of thing. Like, you know, I don't like feeling that way. And it's, like, I'm not the kind of guy that's going to be controlling, like, no, don't do this, don't do that, right? If I see some shit like that, I just leave. I don't like being controlling. That's too much energy, right? I don't have the energy or the brain capacity to be a controlling ass dude. Like, no. If some shit makes me uncomfortable, I'll just dip. You know what I mean? Is she kind and, like, has the same, like, kind of, like, lifestyle as me? Or, like, does she live a lifestyle that I kind of want to live and I want to, like, she's almost, like, inspiring in that way? And then fourth, is she super sexy? And, yeah, that's kind of my 4 pillars. Oh, and no, most important, does she communicate well? Because, like, I feel like if there's ever, like, a problem or something, we could just be like, yo, talk it out and shit. That's the most important. Oh, and is she loyal? Yeah, loyal. I don't want to get cheated on. That shit sucks ass. And I'm working on being a more secure dude. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you know, I'm not gonna be that guy who's like a crazy and shit. It's like, oh, why are you talking to, like, no. Like, if you have a sexy ass girlfriend, bro, you gotta know what comes with that. Dudes are gonna be all up on your girl and shit. But you just gotta trust that. You gotta trust that she's just not gonna cheat on you or anything like that. Cause, like, that's kind of the territory when it comes to dating sexy girls, right? Is, like, you gotta be able to handle that. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, obviously every dude that sees her is gonna be like, oh, damn, she's bad as fuck. You can't, like, let that shit get to you because it's like, yeah, like, my girlfriend's sexy as hell. Can't give a fuck. You gotta be secure in yourself type shit. Also, I'm thinking about people asking for my workout. I'm thinking about selling my $10 program again, or just opening a Patreon and updating it every week. So it's like, oh, like, here's my workouts and my diet for this week. And then if you're subscribed to the Patreon, you can just get it every single time. So, yeah. All right, guys. I hope you're having a phenomenal day. I hope you learned something from this video. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.